Hello. So this is going to be a little bit of a vulnerable, honest post. Uh, my videos don't get a lot of views or a lot of interactions, and that's okay. I do this because God has asked me to put myself out there, get uncomfortable, and to share my heart and share what He's learning. But I hope this gets to somebody that it's helpful to, that it's encouraging, or at least it helps somebody feel like should see that they're not alone. So I shared in a previous video about my 10-year walk of singlehood. And it's a 10-year walk of singlehood that God has called me to, not forever, but just to walk away from dating, wait on His timing. One of the things that's hard, and this is going to sound weird, but one of the things that's hard for somebody who's perpetually single is Sunday morning. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my church. I love my church family. It's my favorite place to be. It's like going home. But the hard part is when Sunday morning's over and all the love and hugs and how are you and interactions are over, you walk out the door and you're by yourself again. Now, I've also shared in the previous video that I'm a single parent and I have a teenager at home. And so I do have somebody that I share, I live with, but great kid, love him. He's funny, he's interesting, he's got so many great ideas, he's sweet. But my son also has a diagnosis of autism, along with some other diagnoses. So emotionally, he's here, but emotionally he's not present. There's no real show of empathy or care or concern or even inquiring about my well-being. He's here, he's living his life. And so it's, even though we share a place, it's also like I come home and I'm living by myself at the same time. Now, I'm not looking for my son to be my emotional support or anything of that nature. I believe parents are parents, but it is, a lot of people I have the experience of having, especially when they have older kids, having somebody that is there to be supportive of them, and I don't have that. Today was one of those days where it hit me, and whenever you are walking through this, and especially if you are doing the things and you are serving in ministry and giving God your time, treasures, and talents, and you are being obedient, and I'm not perfect. I have areas that I struggle like every other Christian, but I'm walking the walk and living the life that God has called me to live. And so when you're in that space, you have the presence of mind that I'm feeling these feelings. I'm feeling this loneliness. I'm feeling this frustration. And God knows. He knows my heart. He knows how I'm feeling. He knows that I am feeling these things, yet it is His choice. It is His plan. It is His will that I walk through the season feeling these things. And that's a hard thing. That's a source of frustration, where it's like, God, what am I doing wrong? Why do I feel this way? Or why are you allowing me to feel this way? And it's in those moments where you have to remind yourself that God is God. He is omnipotent. He is omnipresent. He knows every day of our life, from the minute we are conceived to the day we draw our last breaths, and He knows our eternity. He knows the number of hairs on our head. He knows what is in our best interest. He knows what He has planned for us. And He knows when it's the right time to bring that. And that's not easy. The waiting is not easy, and it's very frustrating. It can be maddening. But you have to lean in and trust that God is God, and He knows better than we do. And that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. But one thing that I will say, and I've told God this, and sometimes the enemy likes to get in our head and try to shake us. And I told God today in our conversation, I'm like, even if you were to never do the things that you said you would do, there's no shaking me. There's no getting rid of me. I'm going to follow God till the day I die, proclaiming that He is good, that He is Lord, that He is capable of doing anything. But He's also God, and He knows what's best. And I will always follow Him. I will always serve Him. I will still always proclaim that He is good. I told Him I just might be cranky while doing it. Today was also a day of choosing how to handle that. And in the past, like a lot of people, I chose bad coping skills. Turn to food, turn to this, turn to that. Today I made a different choice. And I took the frustration and the feelings, and I went back to the gym for the first time in probably about 2 years. Something that I had been having a lot of anxiety about doing, as I used to deal with a lot of paralyzing social anxiety. And not to mention, I went to a different one than I'm used to going to. But I went in, I took the big feelings, and I went and I worked out, and I did strength training, and I feel good. I feel good. Today feels like a day of victory. It felt like a day of challenge. But I chose to deal with the feelings, dealing with the frustrations in a healthy way. So just know that if you're having those big feelings, if you're frustrated, if you feel lonely, if you're feeling like God's not hearing you, He is. And I don't really know how to finish this other than just know that He is God. He loves you. He has good plans for you. And in the meantime, find some healthy coping skills. I love you. I hope you have a Jesus-filled day.